Hey there, everybody. This video is a review of the second episode of American Idol. This episode had a lot. We had a Viking, we had a Pitbull dude who's apparently Latin Luke Bryan or something.
Yeah, that bit went on a bit long. We'll talk about that.
There were some legitimately good people, though, on this show tonight.
One good person that didn't end up going through, which I'm a little bit salty about, but we're going to talk about Ace later.
Yeah, so we've got all sorts of content in here. We'll talk about Liahona, who I think is just awesome. Willie Spence, who closed the show. Like, there's a lot.
And Casey Bishop, who sang Motley Crue. So good.
All right, well, if you guys love our journey through this episode of American Idol, just subscribe to the channel because, we are here after every episode. We're taking you through some of the best auditions. We're not talking about everybody, but some of the ones that really stood out to us.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be a little bit wild, but
it is.
Where do we begin?
Where would you like to begin?
I want to begin with Willie because he closed the show, and I'm like,
his voice. Woo! He is really wonderful. His voice is so smooth. Like, he just can sing. I'm not surprised that he closed out the show with that voice.
No, I'll say this to give everybody a little bit of, like, inside the Matt and Jess YouTube channel here. So every now and then I go on the press site for American Idol because I'm trying to, like, get photos or get a sense of what people look like before they sing. And I was like, I saw his picture. I was like, oh, that dude can sing. Like, I just had a feeling in my gut. And then,
can he ever sing?
Diamonds is not an easy song to do either.
No, it can come across really kind of cheesy if it's not done well. I mean, Rihanna's voice is like, amazing, top shelf. So, I mean, if you're taking on a song from Rihanna, it's already going to be difficult. But that particular song is quite difficult.
Yeah, because it could sound really redundant because the melody is pretty simple, and he really, really slowed it down. And if you were going to do a version of Diamonds that's not like a get up and dance version, like, it better be really darn good, and this was.
Yeah, he was really great.
I think he's going to be one of the most memorable people.
Yep.
But there's a lot of other memorable people in this episode. Let's not kid ourselves here.
Okay, I just want to talk about Casey Bishop.
All right.
Because she's 15, and when I was about the exact same age, I think it was actually 14, I had my first job. I saved up all my money, and I bought 2 tickets to go see Motley Crue when they were in Toronto on the Dr. Feelgood tour. My mom was so mad because if you know Motley Crue, you don't want your 14-year-old girl to go to that concert. But luckily, my Uncle Oresto stepped up, and he was like, I'll take her to the concert. My mom said okay, and it was like the absolute best concert. It was so good. I never thought that I was going to see an audition with Motley Crue on this show, Livewire. It was so good. So when they were like, oh, we want to hear a second song, I'm like, why? Why do you want to see another song? Like, I mean, her other song was great too, but this was so memorable. Motley Crue on American Idol is amazing.
Let's do a quick check-in with you because the judges gave her the feedback of, oh, it's great you love rock, but you should be singing the other stuff.
No. I mean, I had a lot of feelings like that tonight in general with the judges where I was kind of like, no, I feel like, because, I'm the real judge here. I mean, what I think
I'm the real judge
no
here.
No musical experience whatsoever. I'm correct. Motley Crue was enough. She doesn't need to love it from afar. You can embrace the crew and be on this show. It doesn't have to be the same sort of singers over and over again. Good for you, Casey. I'm really glad you brought in Motley Crue and brought in something different to the show and made it your own. I've never heard that song sound like that before, ever.
Next week on American Jess, when we get rid of the judges and you are now the judge.
Now it's all Motley Crue.
Yeah, it's going to be all Motley Crue.
Hair bands across the stage.
You're going to put someone through, they're not through. They're going to be like, oh, I'm coming here to sing Michael Bublé. You're going to be like, no, Motley Crue or else.
That's right.
But I really did like Casey. I think I'm not the Motley Crue fan you are. I'm not saying I'm not a Motley Crue fan. I just did not go to a Motley Crue concert when I was a teenager. But
first concert, Motley Crue.
I don't know if I should say what my first rock
Let's hear
concert. It was Coldplay. Okay, don't stop watching the video now.
Shocking.
Amazingly, no one has done any Coldplay yet this season. But, when she came out and said she was going to do Motley Crue, every now and then they do one of these auditions where they have a seemingly normal person start with like screaming rock music. I thought this was going to be one of those dud auditions.
No, I didn't. No. I didn't. I thought it was going to be something kind of neat like this. I didn't think exactly like this, but something more like this, like a sort of stripped down version of it. Just, the vocals, and there it was. It was great.
Idol punked me twice, because earlier we had Anthony Guzman, a.k.a. Skullman, who is auditioning for Vikings Valhalla in the middle of this show.
Yeah, he's auditioning for Vikings dressed as Jon Snow from Game of Thrones instead. Like, pick a lane.
I said this on Twitter. I'm reusing the joke. Luke Bryan decided to send him beyond the wall with his Nova. Listen, he was good. I don't know what, I don't understand him, but he was actually not terrible.
He was really good. It was very odd watching someone dressed up like Jon Snow singing like a Bublé. Like, his voice is really good. I was kind of shocked that he was sort of using this weird gimmick, I guess. Like, his voice is good enough to not need the gimmick, and I was glad that, I can't remember which judge called him out, was just like, drop this. Like, take yourself seriously or get out kind of thing. And I agree. Like, your voice doesn't need to be covered up in furs and hammers. You're good.
Are you going to feel better if he shows up next time dressed as, Oberyn Martell or some other Game of Thrones character?
No, put your Ragnar away and just come in as Anthony. We're good.
Put your Ragnar away. One of the lines of this video, I feel. And now, one of my favorite people on this episode, Cassandra Coleman, I think is just incredibly good.
Yeah, she is beyond talented. Her voice is incredible.
I'm really fascinated by a lot of the female singers who have kind of lower register voices, because I feel like it's something a lot of people, for some terrible reason, try to steer you away from, and I feel like a lot of people with her voice probably just come on and just try to imitate Adele or like Florence Welch or like something, and she's really, really good on her own. I also just like the moment of them like telling her to randomly go play on the piano, and she's like, I don't know what to do, and then she just like starts playing Apologize perfectly.
No, she really is perfect. She's amazing. She is someone that I feel like is going to just go so far in this competition.
What I almost wish, though, that she had just played like the most complicated piano piece possible after she was like, I don't know what to play, and then she starts playing Flight of the Bumblebees or something. No, that did not happen, but I really, really like her. I think she could go really far.
Okay, so we normally don't talk about people who got eliminated, but I actually want to talk about Ace Stiles, because he did not go through, and I'm still sitting here being like, this Pitbull guy got through. And don't get me wrong, I love Pitbull. I have a whole bunch of Pitbull going on my iPod. Are you dancing to Fireball?
Yeah, I can't do the leg thing because it's not in frame, so I got to do the upper body. But yeah, I know you do like Pitbull.
I love Pitbull. But I also really like Ace Stiles, and he should have gone through. Didn't agree with the judges when they were sort of saying that his voice wasn't sort of powerful enough. And I love that they love these big, powerful voices, and I like them too. But it's also nice to have voices like Ace, where it's a little more sort of folk pop. It reminded me a lot of the band Fronte from like 1989, who was sort of, like a folk pop kind of band. Has this really nice, sort of gorgeous, softer voice, but is like one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life. Like, every song was a banger, and I just feel like Ace is just like that, and he would have brought something that's very different to the competition with a beautiful voice that doesn't have to sound big and powerful like everyone else's. It was so good, and he got robbed, and I'm really like, I couldn't believe that they actually said no to him.
I was legitimately shocked. Like, I was shocked. I thought, he's an inspirational story. I think he's really, really resilient. Like, it takes a lot of bravery to come out there at his age, be vulnerable, perform something that is just very, very original and true to him. Like, I really think he is mad talented, and
he is.
I don't buy the whole, maybe you're not ready sort of excuse. Like,
no, but you're going to put through the Pitbull guy who is clearly not going to win this show.
No.
But Ace had a real shot. He could have, I don't know, man. You know what? It was a robbery.
Alejandro Aranda did not have the biggest voice either on American Idol. Like, he was a brilliant musician, and he had a very good voice, but it wasn't, like, booming or cavernous, and there's a little bit of that in Ace. So, yeah, I'm surprised because I just think it's a missed opportunity because Ace could have some sort of like hugely successful song to get super popular on YouTube or somewhere else, and then guess what, Idol? You would have screwed it up. Congratulations, you blew it.
Yeah, I was disappointed to not see him go through. Like I said, his voice reminds me of Fronte. If you've never heard of them, definitely go check them out. They are really cool, and his voice just reminds me so much of that feeling of that sort of folk pop. I just missed opportunity, Idol. On Jessica's Idol, Ace gets through.
Yeah, and Ace
Ace, he is singing in my living room right now. That's what happens on Jessica's Idol. It's getting really creepy.
Jessica's American Jess. At the end of that episode, you wouldn't even make him do Motley Crue. You would actually let him do his own song.
He can do whatever he wants with that voice.
Okay, so I haven't really gone back and forth here on like who my actual favorite person from this episode was, because there's a lot of different ones for different reasons. Like, I love Cassandra's voice, but I gotta say, in terms of like people who just made me happy, Liahona and her brother Ammon, they made me so happy.
You want to talk about original songs that were just so good?
Yeah.
That song was so good. I mean, I love sort of the big ballady type stuff, but I love someone who can come on, not only do something original, but do something that's a bit more upbeat, even though they're talking about like siblings sometimes not talking, wanting to talk again, trying to get back together as a family or whatever, but they had it a bit more upbeat. I loved everything about it.
It was so good. Like, I love the chemistry between the two of them. They have a great relationship, obviously. Their song was fitting.
They make me want to call my brothers.
Yeah, like, they were just so endearing. And her voice, like, Ammon's got a nice voice.
He does.
I think he still needs a little bit more confidence, but Liahona's voice, like, she is so good. Like, I think she's top 10. Like, I'm not
easily.
I'm a little bit more worried for her brother. I think he is very good too, but I just think that she has so much talent. I love their story. I really, really like them. They're like one of the few like family bands that didn't come across as like really hokey or cheesy or anything else.
No, they just felt very natural, and they're singing back and forth very natural. Their voices complemented each other really well. They're great. I really like them.
All right, we have one person left on this list. Are you ready for the full slab of ribs that is Hannah Everhart?
I really liked her. Listen, having a like big personality or a very striking personality on this show can go a long way. I really like her voice as well. I thought that her second song was better than her first song, but I liked her first song as well. It felt almost like the judges had said, that there was kind of like if it doesn't work out, I didn't care anyways. But you know in her heart that she does. It's just a way of having a defense about that type of stuff. I think once she drops that and is just like, I have a voice that is good enough to be here like everybody else, and you do, Hannah, and I know you're not watching this, but I'm putting it out there anyways. Your voice is great. You don't have to be like that because you deserve to be there. I like her.
First of all, how dare you not watch our video 14 minutes in? I'm joking, but no, she's really fun. Like,
Hannah, please don't dislike our video.
I think she's
thumbs up.
I think she's got a great personality. Like, I think she's really fun.
She is fun, and she's so memorable.
And her voice is really, really good. And it's just, this is just me, but, she's from Mississippi, I believe. I really like it when you have someone from, like, a deep South state and they don't just come out and sing country, and it's no disrespect to all the country vocalists out there. It's just, I want things to be a little unpredictable here or there.
She also just has a name that is just a singer's name.
Isn't it really? Yeah, even that siren out there
Everhart?
agrees.
Oh my goodness. No, I love her. She's fantastic.
Yeah, we think we can agree, though, the best singer name in this entire episode is Ace Stiles. Like, come
Goodness,
on.
it's so good.
That
He's
is the
so good.
ultimate artist name. How dare you idol that, too. Okay, well, anyway, we will conclude this, but, who did you guys like the most from this American Idol episode? Are you as perplexed about the Ace Stiles decision as us? Let us know.
And the Pitbull decision, like, come on. Katie had it right. I'm sorry. Now he's going to be the person who's watching this video to the end. I'm not sorry.
Pitbull guy is now just like getting all his friends to come over.
Dislike the video.
He's not auditioning for American Jess. Like, that is not happening, but...
Listen, I enjoyed the performance of it and the fun of it, but just not for this show. This is something that would fit really well on America's Got Talent. Like, there are people over there that have auditioned over the years and gone really far over the years that just have, like, these really fun performances, and it's not about their voice. It's about whole package. And that's what you are. Whole package, wrong show.
All right, Pitbull guy, stop your dislikes. Let us know what you thought about this video in the comments. And if you like this discussion, subscribe for more. Give us a like, support us further. We have links to the store, our Patreon, and we'll see you here next time.